Well, what's up, people? It's time for a little bit of news. It seems that Mr. Hideo Kojima has went to Twitter to let people know how involved he is in the making of the Death Stranding movie. And we're going to get into that after the intro. So of course you know what you gotta do, like and subscribe. And this article is coming from videogameschronicle.com. And Hideo Kojima says he will be deeply involved in the making of the Death Stranding movie. He won't be in the director's chair, however. So he says he will be heavily involved, but he will not be in the director's chair. As it was expected, Kojima, who directed and designed the 2019 game Death Stranding, would have a typically hands-on role, but it wasn't clear to what extent. Now Kojima has clarified on Twitter, "Just to be clear, I am deeply involved in producing, supervising, plotting, look, design, and content of film, just not in charge of directing." So it's still unknown who will direct the film, nor is known whether it will include any of the actors who previously starred in the game, such as Norman Reedus, Mads Mikkelsen, or Leia Seydoux. What they should, though. I don't know why they wouldn't. It just kind of seems normal. It seems like it makes sense to have them in it, but I don't know. I mean, if the actors are already in the game, why not just have them in the movie? But who knows? I mean, if they don't, it'd be kind of stupid. But here's the actual post. It's over here on actual Twitter. He announced it on June 18th, like yesterday, and it already has like 400 replies. So I'm not gonna go through those. This picture of Norman Reedus as Daryl on Walking Dead. It's pretty funny. I wish people would stop posting this stuff, that Wayne World thing. It's so old. So yeah, he is involved in pretty much every way other than directing, which I actually find bizarre. First off, bizarre that Hideo Kojima hasn't actually directed a movie at all, because his games are just basically gigantic movies with, you know, hour-long cutscenes, which personally drives me nuts, but it's still nice to look at. First announced in December 2022 that a Death Stranding movie is in the works, fully financed by executive producer Alex whatever Hammerstone Studios. The film will be produced by Kojima and Lebovicky via their respective banners. I should have been more excited with this partnership with Hammerstone, he said. "This is a pivotal moment for the franchise. I'm really looking forward to collaborating them with bringing Death Stranding to be." Well, I mean, it came out doing after one game, so I mean, you can't really. I mean, that's pretty wild. I mean, to have an adaptation go on film after just one game, and it wasn't even that humongously well received as a game. A lot of people, some people loved it, some people hated it. I never played it because I just didn't play it. So the head of Hammerstone added, "We are thrilled and honored to have the opportunity to partner with brilliant and iconic Hideo Kojima on his first film adaptation. Unlike the big budget tempo video game adaptations, this will be something far more intimate and grounded. Our goal is to redefine what a video game adaptation could be when you have a creative and artistic freedom. This would be an authentic Hideo Kojima production." So yeah, kind of unusual that he's actually not directing it. I don't know. That's a strange choice. I mean, it's his game. Why wouldn't he just direct it? And why hasn't he directed a movie at all? That's weird too. But as of yet, they have not announced who will be directing it. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Guillermo del Toro, just because those dudes are like best buddies. And he was actually in Death Stranding as some character. Again, I didn't play it, but I've seen pictures of him in it. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was del Toro who directed it. Or maybe someone smaller who's not as well known. I could see that happening as well. See, someone here, our first comment, someone mentions del Toro, because they released this PT thing years ago that was supposed to be part of a game, a little bit of teaser of a game that didn't actually come out after. I don't know what this means. People are posting weird things. Alright, well that's the news there about Kojima, and I don't know, what do you think about him not directing it? I think that's weird, but it sounds like he basically has his hands in everything else other than directing. But it'll be another while before we get to see how that actually turns out, considering they haven't even started shooting yet. So it'll be another 2-3 years before you even see this. But again, another interesting adaptation. based on a game that only had one game, so we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. For now, give me some comments and let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to keep gaming.